There we go. There we go, guys. I'm going to do about an hour today, and I mean it. So I want to head to the marina and go for a nice walk and check out the sunset today. So I just want to go live to basically discuss a dream that I had last night. So anyone who really knows me knows for the last year, possibly year and a half, I've not been sleeping. I've been sleeping like 3 hours a day. And at the beginning, it was fine. I told myself, I don't need 8 hours. That's an illusion. That's a load of bullshit. And I was sleeping for like 3 hours because my brain wouldn't turn off. I was constantly stimulated, looking for knowledge and stuff like that. But the last 2 days, I've managed to sleep for 7 to 8 hours, which is wild. My body must have needed it. And last night, I had a wild dream. Usually with me, I don't recall anything that I dream about. I can barely remember anything from under the age of like 13 in my life. But last night, this dream, man, the voice, man, I didn't visually see who said it, but my word, it gave me chills. I think it was a beautiful thing. So I had this wild dream. It was beautiful, but it was really brief. So I was sleeping and I heard a voice that said, "You are more powerful than you will ever know. You all are. You all are." And I was like, whoa, it's not just speaking to me here. And I was like, my goodness me, that was just... Because recently I've been writing in my book, which I've almost done now. I'm going to discuss that a little bit today. How powerful we are, how limited we've been, and all of that. So maybe the dream came because I was writing about something recently about whoever that person was. Like I said, it was a male voice. I don't know if it was God. I don't know what it was. I didn't have a visual for it. But again, I'll say it. You are more powerful than you will ever know. You all are. And when you all are, it was louder, really emphasized it. I was like, it's almost like, without sounding ridiculous, like I've been given this role to like inspire and share this knowledge and increase consciousness. And I didn't ask to do this. I didn't. I've always loved to inspire. We all love inspiring people, don't we? It's why I got into teaching and coaching. I love it. And I think most of us enjoy inspiring other people. Some people are better at it than others. Obviously, the more gifts you have, the more chance you have of inspiring people. But with this knowledge, I didn't go into it to inspire people. It's just like it happened. So it's why I really want to get my book out. People, it's my story. I was speaking to my mate Nathan, who's a wonderful person, a really wonderful person. And I was like, mate, like, I know people are going to want to read my book, but it's probably a lot of things they already know. And he was like, listen, Adam, this is your story. People like you. He said, that's why autobiographies are so popular. People love stories. And he said, this is your story and people are going to connect with it, even if they already know some of the knowledge. And then I was like, yeah, that's true. I was like, maybe they won't completely agree with everything. Maybe they know everything, but then again, they probably don't know everything, so they don't know my personal story. Maybe I blow their mind. Maybe there's only one chapter that they get something from, but at least they've learned something from it. So I'm going to get that out by my birthday. Hey, Adam Lastman. Fat Henry UK sleeps for 5 to 6 hours. Last 2 nights, you slept 8 hours, just like I have. Wow. Hey, Undoctrinated, how you doing, mate? So I was going through life thinking, I don't need to sleep. I'm strong. I've got this powerful spirit. And it just caught up on me recently. Because at some point you will burn out. And I was like, okay, I was writing about the power of the mind. And it is so important, the power of the mind. And you've got to figure out if you control your own mind or if it's being controlled by outside forces. And I was like, I can't write about the power of the mind and then not use the power of my mind to basically get me to sleep more. So I was like, Adam, you go to bed before 1 a.m. now. You have to. You're going to bed before 1 a.m. And that, weirdly, that's really helped me. A lot of people in my community were giving me tips on how to sleep. People saying magnesium. Somebody said drink a bottle of wine. I was like, I don't want to drink alcohol to put myself to sleep. I don't want to take medication. People said meditate. People gave me different music to listen to, which helps. But the last 2 days, like organically, I just went to sleep. I didn't need anything to put me to sleep. Previously, it was so easy for me to sleep, and I never woke up in the middle of the night. I do that now. I wake up a lot in the middle of the night, but I think that's because of my awakening. So I'm more sensitive to everything within the universe now. Maybe before my awakening, I was just in such a deep sleep in life in general that I was in a deep sleep when I was actually sleeping. So I'm very sensitive sleeper now when I never was before. I still don't snore, by the way, as far as I'm aware. But the last 2 days have really helped me, because what a lot of people don't know about me is I work so many jobs. Thankfully, I'm doing jobs that I love. So I've got the Patreon account. I have YouTube, which is technically a job. I have my coaching company, coaching football, soccer. I teach English online. I'm going to be a private tutor for a Canadian kid. And like this Friday, I'm going to be coaching a birthday party. I'm going to be coaching a birthday party. I've been hired to do that. I've done it a few times before. I take people's phone calls. I respond to every comment and message. Even people who are not on my Patreon, people who are getting hold of my information. My mate Red Pill Monkey, who's an amazing person. Again, I've never met him face to face. I hope this year I can, because my goal is to get to Europe this month. Not this month, this year. I really want to get to Europe in September. I really want to see my mum. All my family, but it's my mum's birthday in September on the 15th. I want to travel around Europe. There's a girl that I want to meet who's going to be in Europe called Anna, a great girl. She's going to Europe for the first time. She's gone to Portugal. Want to see my friends. Just want to take in different cultures. By myself, anytime I've ever gone to Europe outside of England, I've always been with a friend or a girlfriend or family member. I just want to go on a little adventure whilst I can. I can't fly to the US because I'm unvaccinated, which sucks. I can't get in the US. But as far as I'm aware in Europe, I can get there. I know a lot can change in 6 months. But that's my goal now. I want to be in Europe in September. I'm going to work my ass off to get there. And hopefully you guys, there's a lot of people who follow me from Europe that say, hopefully one day we can meet up. Well, I'll happily meet you for a drink. There's actually somebody who's coming from the US who I've never met, who's a patron of mine. He's coming where I live, April the 2nd to the 7th. I'm going to meet him. Never met him in my life. Just messaged him. So it'll be nice to put a voice to a face or a face to a voice. Sorry about the commercials. That sucks. Hopefully there's no more commercials. I don't really know how it works with the commercials. There'll be ways that I can get rid of them, or at least reduce them. Westbrook, big game today. He's got good connections with his birthday. He does, and LeBron's out. Anthony Davis is out, but then Embiid's out for Philly, and so is James Harden. All fake, all by the numbers. It's somewhat wild in that game because it's obviously LA against Philadelphia, and Kobe's heavily connected with LA and Philadelphia because he spent 20 years with the Lakers and he was born in Philadelphia. And it's not a coincidence they're playing today, guys, on 23-3, 2-3-3, the 51st prime. And Gianna Bryant was born 5-1, and the Illuminati were founded 5-1. The same year the Declaration of Independence was signed in Philadelphia. There's a little riddle for the Lakers that's connected to Kobe. Like today, Kobe Bryant is going to be, it's the 523rd month of his age. And the Lakers can get the 523rd all-time win against the East. And they can stay on 242 losses against the East at home. And Gianna won number 2, and Kobe wore 24, and World War III began on 224. At least that's what the media told us, where Russia bombed the Ukraine. But I would stay away from that game. Philly are the big favorites. Lakers have a riddle, but if they win, it's probably that connection there. But I would stay off that game. The game I like is Memphis Grizzlies. to beat the Brooklyn Nets, but there's no gimmies. Salute, Adam. You're looking to CMOS, I mentioned in the retention vid. I did have a look into it, Jude, and I appreciate it. I did. I tend to, if there's comments that I get that I find interesting, I look into them. That's why I'm so grateful to all of you. And somebody said to me today, it was like, Adam or the Illusion, like how in a year and a half you've become in the top 3 truth seekers in the world. I was like, I don't really like the term truth seeker, even though I'm seeking truth, but I don't know if I am or if I'm not. But I said, if it wasn't for Patreon and YouTube and the knowledge that other people share with me, I wouldn't have acquired as much knowledge. So thank you. People always say, oh, I've learned so much from you, Illusion. I learned so much from you guys. I read your comments. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll look into that. I'll look into this, Adam, because you want me to look into stuff. Sometimes it might be for your personal gain, whether it's gambling and you want me to look into a game for you. But a lot of the times you want me to look into things to benefit everybody else so I can present work to benefit other people. Because that's what we should do. We should do all we can to help others. It's simple. It's really simple. Whatever gifts we have, we all have different gifts. Okay? Just share them with other people. That's how it should be. Instead of always competing with other people, share. It's so straightforward. It's so straightforward, in my opinion. So yeah, I'm very, very grateful to every single person who sends me information to look into. Sometimes it's overwhelming when you have 5 or 6 jobs, whatever I have, and I am the type of guy that always wants to give back. And this is interesting. So in my book, I'm writing about symbolism. And check this out, guys. If it wasn't for me researching symbolism and numerology, I would never have discovered gematria. Well, maybe I can't say never. Maybe I would have. But when I was writing my book, The Illusion, before I was The Illusion that you know now, with a YouTube channel and a Patreon, I was writing that book. And towards the end, I was just researching numerology and symbolism. I found gematria. So today, I decided to look into my life path number, and it's very easy to work out your life path number. So I was born April the 14th, 1986. I've said this before. I was born on my dad's 31st birthday, the 11th prime, my favorite number. And I just got 11 likes as I was talking about that. Somebody clicked the 11th like as I was talking about 31, the 11th prime. That's beautiful. I love stuff like that. So I was born April the 14th, 1986. So my birth month is April, which is, of course, the 4th month, according to the Gregorian calendar, even though originally March was the 1st month, and they changed all of it. But according to this ridiculous calendar that we're using now, which Pope Gregory came up with, April's the 4th month. So my birth month equals 4. My birthday is 14. So in numerology, you will say 1 plus 4 gets you 5. And my birth year was 1986. And when you add up those 4 digits, 1 plus 9 plus 8 plus 6, you get 24, that magic number that's connected to Kobe. And then 2 plus 4 gets you 6. And again, Tesla always raves on about 3, 6, and 9. So 6. And guys, let's not always connect 6 with Satan. Okay, it's what they want. 6 may be a beautiful number. 6 is the number of a man. God created man on the 6th day. So they do a really good job of all of us believing that 6 is an evil number, or 666. They've infiltrated the numbers. To be honest with you, I don't think there's such thing as a good or bad number, in my opinion. And I'll stick with that. So my life path, it gets you 4 plus 5 plus 6. That gets you 15, right? 15 reduces to 6. 1 + 5 + 6. So my life path is 15/6. And 9/11 is 156 prime. Like, what? What? And I talk about 9/11. Oh, okay, I'll say it. I talk about 9/11 all the time. So I'm going to write a little bit in my book how you can find that. It's pretty straightforward. And then this is what it says. I don't know how accurate this is. It says your life path number is the number of responsibility and awareness. Those with life path number 6 tend to be the healers of our society. This is wild, guys. Because of your loving, compassionate, and responsible nature, you are likely to find yourself following endeavors that involve helping those who are weak and less fortunate. Be wary of becoming overburdened by those seeking a helping hand or a shoulder to cry on, and mindful of not recognizing that the help and assistance you think you are providing to others can also be seen as too smothering and interfering. It basically sums me up. 30 in the life, 14 likes like Pi 314. That basically sums me up. Without acting like a hero, I am very loving, I'm very compassionate, I'm responsible, and I want to spread awareness. Sometimes there's such thing and people go, oh my God, your biggest fault is you're too nice. I think that can be a weakness. And maybe I am taking too much on. And maybe I will burn out due to that. So I have to be aware of that. Because in reality, the most important person in your life is you. That's not ego. That's not selfish. That's reality. And maybe sometimes at the beginning with this knowledge, I was interfering with people. I was trying to force my opinion on other people. But the more you go down this path, you realize that everyone has a different journey. And it's not my responsibility to force people to wake up or prove them wrong or show them how I'm superior to them in regards to knowledge. So that's not how it should be. People will wake up whenever they're supposed to wake up. You can influence them, you can try and inspire them, but don't force it down their throats. You get a lot of people saying, my parents will never wake up, they don't listen to me, they think I'm this. Just don't force it upon them. Work on yourself, which is what I did. At the beginning, when I acquired a lot of this knowledge, I didn't know how to share it or express it without being angry. Okay? And then eventually, I thought I was really good. So I started showing off. Look how much I know. Look how much better I am. You don't know shit. You're clueless. I went through that stage. Sheeple, all that nonsense, which I don't refer to anymore. That's a little trap. That's just divide as well. Now I'm at a point where I've worked so hard to build my spirit, acquire this knowledge, that I'm comfortable and confident enough to speak to anyone in the world now and present my information in an intriguing manner that will at least make people go away thinking. And if they want to disagree with me, laugh it off, say I'm a genius, whatever they want to do, that's up to them. But I'm pretty sure if somebody speaks to me for 30 minutes and gives me an opportunity, they'll go away and they've learned something. I don't want everybody to believe everything I believe in or think that I'm some sort of genius or inspirational figure. We all are. It's just a lot of us don't use the skill and gifts that we've been given by God. We all have the gift to inspire, to help others, to acquire and share knowledge. Everything is available on the internet in regards to knowledge if you search hard enough. There's a guy who came across me on Twitter and he messaged me. He seems like an amazing person. It's called Harris. It's called Harris Truth. And he was like, listen, I'll set up a webpage for you. I can feel your passion. I know you're not doing it just for money. You care about people. And we had a chat about consciousness. And he's looking out for me. He said, the bigger you get, the more people are going to want to bring you down. And I said, I'm not worried about that. I ain't scared of anybody or anything. If they want to attempt to bring me down, it means I'm doing good work. Bring it on. Told me to get a VPN and everything to protect myself. I disagreed. I said, if they want to get hold of my information, they're going to get it. Whole VPN is just an illusion, in my opinion, to take money off you. But he looked out for me. And this guy doesn't know shit about me. He's not on my Patreon. He just says the work I do is like amazing. He appreciates the work that I put in. And he wants to help me. He wants to help me. You don't know me. And that's how it should be. You don't have to know somebody directly or be connected to them via blood to want to help them. We are all one, okay? In essence, we are all one. The universe, uni means one, the prefix. And I just get joy out of other people succeeding. And unfortunately, in this society, people don't like other people succeeding. I don't get it. But that is the harsh reality. Let's see some of the comments, what people are saying. I don't think there's too many comments today, but let's have a little read. Salute, Adam. Oh, no, I've already read that one. Hey, Tobin. Hey, Patrick. I think Embiid and Harden are back. I still have LA. I read that they're out, but again, it don't really matter about these players because it's not ability. If there's magic and magnets involved and storylines and narratives, it doesn't really matter. Philly 76ers just beat the Miami Heat without Embiid and Harden. And Miami Heat at the top of their conference. And the Heat were like minus 900 in the fourth and still lost. So I don't think it matters. You get freaky ass scores in the NBA because it's not about ability at all. I wish it was. I really do. Some Ukraine refugees just transferred to my school. That's going to keep happening now. They can travel, can't they? They don't need masks or whatever. They can get across the borders or whatever. It's just a lot of nonsense. You could embrace it, provide them with a better life. I get all of that, but I think by doing this, they're just pushing this whole new world order where we're not going to have nations. We're all going to embrace each other. And this is what these sickos do. They promote their beliefs in such a positive way where it's hard to argue with them. But when you see deeply through their agendas, you see why they do what they do. You know, they're pushing, like, again, they're pushing the whole gay, trans, bi. That seems nice. Let's accept everybody. But we know deep down why they're doing that, to destroy the family and decrease the risk of people having children. That's what they're doing. It's not just to provide equality and all of that. Deep down, I'm telling you, deep down, the average person cares about the fellow man. We're not as judgmental as the media makes us out to be. We're not. Most people just live in their bubble, which is an issue, in my opinion. They just focus on themselves, their job, their work, their family, and that's it until they die. And I get that, but yeah, it's so obvious what these people do. Black Lives Matter. They don't care about people with black skin. They care about pushing agendas and creating divide and taking our energy. It's that simple. Don't you ever sleep? I was saying Devil's Playground recently. The last 2 days I've slept, and I don't know if it's because I've been hitting the sun more often because I had friends in town. I don't know if it's because I just sat down and had a word with myself. I don't know if it's because I'm working harder than ever than I've maybe worked in my life. I don't know what it is, but I'm finally sleeping a little bit. Because you do need it. You got to listen to your body, your intuition, your soul. And someone was saying, Adam, you got to get some sleep. So I was like, all right, mate. Like, I talk to myself in a weird way. I do occasionally talk to myself without being a psychopath. I listen to my body. That's why they say you listen to your body. So you communicate with your body, don't you? All the time. Today I got to work and was asked if I would give a group of year 11 school kids a tour of the factory and speak to them about careers. I said, whoa, I've never done anything like that. But then I remembered your story about telling the group of men to leave the field so you could coach, and I had a huge moment of inspiration. And I just said, yes, I will do it. And then it went really great. Amazing. I just got goosebumps. I've just got goosebumps, you're saying that. Yeah, when I went to that field and I got rid of all those men, and I'm in their country. But again, my mate Nathan, it was like, people don't know what to do with a powerful spirit. It scares them. It scares them. And when you're aware of how powerful you are, it does intimidate people. It's why people get intimidated by their boss or whoever it may be, even though I don't think that's powerful. I think that's just social status. That's an illusion. But the world's energy, like, I have this energy about me, and if you're around me, you'll feel it. You might even feel it through the live stream. I have a passion about me, and I'm able to spread positive energy more often than not. So good for you, mate, that you did that. Worst thing you could have done is it messed up, but now you've done it and you loved it. A lot of people look at the possibilities of failing rather than succeeding. That is a thing that we all need to work on. Embrace challenge, embrace change. Okay? Question your reality. There's nothing wrong with that. You will screw up, you will fail in this life. You will. But you'll succeed as well. People wanting to live these perfect little lives. These perfect little lives where they don't want to fail or make a mistake, or they want to be seen as just model citizens. These model citizens, guys, are nothing but perfect slaves. Okay? So good for you, mate. Hey, Jan, how you doing, mate? Ziska, where are you from? Is that like Belarus or something? In a world where you can be anything, be loving and kind. Lady Hawk is incredible with her words. Like the word spirit, guys. Devil's Playground mentioned this. I might even put it in my book if he lets me. I think he will. He mentions something about like spirit and inspiration. And it was just incredible the way he worded it. So I think I'm going to use that. I don't think he'd have a problem. Maybe put it in my own words. So he like wrote a document about the English language. And some of the stuff I already knew because I've studied, but other things that he put together were amazing. And the one thing that he said about spirit, it really hit me. I'm trying to find it now because he sent me this really long document. We know like the word words, if you replace the S, put it to the front, it's sword because words can cut. And they say like sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That's a lie. Words are incredibly powerful, just like numbers, just like symbols. I don't know what's more important in this world, to be honest with you, but they're all important. So where did he put it? If I can't find it, I'll go back to the comments, or maybe he can type it. God, it's like a 4-page document. So we're all basically spiritual beings, guys, having a human experience. That's something I've learned. That made me realize that I'm never going to die. That's why I'm not scared of death. I'm not scared of people threatening me. I'm not scared of being abused. I'm not scared of going to hell, anything like that. This is just, this for me is education, spiritual education. Maybe that's why we're here. Maybe that's why we're here, just to ascend into nirvana. My friend said right now we possibly are living in hell because we can't comprehend how beautiful heaven is. He said maybe this is living hell. I don't know how that works. This is what he said. The word spirit can be seen in inspiration. Where does where does inspiration come from? It comes from within. And what's within us? Our spirit. Beautiful. So I always say the most powerful things in the world are the things you can't see. Your spirit, your soul, your consciousness. Things that people dismiss because they can't visually see them with their 2 eyes because the third eye is being closed. When you open up this, the pineal gland, the third eye, it opens up a different world, a new dimension. It does. It has for me. It has for me. Maybe my third eye is not completely open, but maybe it's just starting to open, like peeking out the curtains. Okay? And it's glorious. It's glorious. It's beautiful, guys. Don't be scared of the New World Order. Don't be scared of these Satanists. Don't be scared of the government who are Satanists. Don't be afraid of them, guys. Their time's going to come where they get bit in the ass, and deep down they know it. But this universe, it's all consciousness. It's awareness. I will say this about the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Orsini family, whoever you want to refer to when you're talking about those who rule the world, the elite. I don't like calling the elite, but in essence, they have so much power and control. I know elite means they're above us, but in a lot of ways they are in this beast system. So yeah, I know a lot of people don't like the term elite because it means they're better than us, but I don't think they're better than us, but in many ways they are elite. So we've just got to not live in fear of these people. They decided, right, we're going to create our own world here, and we're going to have everyone else play along with it. They came up with that concept, and they've mastered it, just like they've mastered psychology, human psychology. They've mastered all of that, and they've created this world. They did it. You could say God did it, the devil did it, or maybe they're getting assistance from the devil. I don't know. But they created this fake society that we live in through the banking system, through the education system, through having to get mortgages. Like, why do people pay to get put in a coffin when we're spirits? Your spirit doesn't stay there. It's just flesh and bones. And again, if you just want to go through your life thinking that's all we are, flesh and bones, then do it. It's your decision. But when I die, or at least in this one, to be put in a coffin, it's ridiculous, to be honest, in my opinion. And if I do die, celebrate me. Go have a party. Talk about how I inspired you. Don't go there and start crying and mourning me. I'll be somewhere else. I'll be in a better place. Although I love my life here. I want to be here at least till I'm about 80. 80 will be nice. Anything after that, I'm not sure. Maybe older. Maybe older. All right, let's have a look. Let's have a look what people are saying. Okay, we will always support you, Adam. The truth hurts, and you must really be hurting them. I am hurting them. It's why they're restricting my work now. They take subs off me all the time. A lot of people have messaged me on Patreon and Twitter now saying, Adam, or The Illusion. A lot of people don't even know I'm called Adam. My name's Adam, by the way. My name's Adam. 26 in Gematria, guys. Like, there's 26 letters in the alphabet. Like God's 26, all the other 26s. My name's Adam. I do like that name. I've always liked my name. A lot of people don't like their name, do they? But I've been blessed with that. And they were telling me, I've been unsubscribed from your YouTube channel, and I never clicked the unsubscribe button. I was like, typical. I get loads of people doing that now. So yes, they're aware of what I'm doing, of the work that I'm doing. I'm still a small fish, and I'm aware of that. And I said at the very beginning, I don't want to get too big, because one, it might go to my head. I don't think I'm pretty much certain it won't go to my head now. You could give me 4,000, 400, it won't go to my head. It might go to other people's heads. They might treat me differently. People are already treating me differently. Oh, Illusion, see how many subs you have? I'm like, yeah. To be honest, I should have more, but at least I'm getting information out there to people. At the beginning, like, I remember when I got to 1,000 subs, I had this big ego in my head. I was like, look at me, look how many people. I had this big ego. And now, like, I just think more people need to understand this information. And it pisses me off at times that I have like less than 4,000. And again, it's not financial reasons why it pisses me off. It's not ego reasons. It's because I know I'm getting fucked. And the majority of our lives, we've been screwed over by these people. I wish life gave you an even platform. I do. But it just means people like me have to work extra hard. Okay? And I'll keep working extra hard. That's one of my biggest gifts, is I'm freaking hard working, and everybody who knows me knows that. There's people who just have a Patreon page. That's it. That's their livelihood. That's all they do, and they do a few videos. That's it. They're done. I don't want to just do that, because I have this burning desire and passion to inspire. So I love being on a field with my kids, or doing private classes, or teaching Lily as a center, my student, English online, who loves it, who I make her laugh, and I see her every day getting better at English. And that's just incredible. The dad of a kid I coached, just telling me he's come on leaps and bounds. All of that, man, that is glorious. But thank you, TJ. I'll always try and support you. Do you think most football players were born in Masonic families, or do you think they were chose to get Masons once they grow up? I think most of them were born in Masonic families, is my answer to that one. All pro athletes and celebrities. Some of them maybe just converted into it. But again, I don't know all those things. The all black is about fashion, not skin color. Yep. Every useful tool we've had has been a byproduct of something they've created to control and harm us, like the internet, mobile phone, GPS, Alexa, all tools to control and span us. Brilliant, TJ. Everything they do originally looks like it's done from a nice place, doesn't it? And at the beginning, it always seems to be the internet didn't control us. People weren't obsessed over it. And now, like, imagine a life without it. I would love it. I'd lose a lot of money, for sure. Well, not a lot. I'd lose significant money if there was no internet. But I'd be happier, I think. I think the world in general would be happier. I'd say the 90s, people were really happy in general. And it's because we didn't have the internet. We didn't really have mobile phones. We didn't have Alexa. We didn't have GPS. We had to read a map. You didn't have technology doing it for you. Technology, in many ways, is great. It definitely helps us in many ways, but it hinders us as well. It hinders growth, technology. Having technology do everything for us, that's not a good thing. And I always talk about, like, I tell my students, I'm like, have you noticed on YouTube that always promote Grammarly in the commercials, the advertisements? Grammarly. So you're basically getting AI to do your work for you, and then you get the credit for it and pass. Like, that's not organic. That's basically plagiarism. But because Grammarly is fine and it's legal and it's promoted on social media, then it's great. No, it's bullshit. Hello, Solidify. Hello, Mediz. Got a friend from Brazil here. Beautiful. Never been to Brazil, but I've only heard good things about it. But I've never been. Devil's Playground said all of his stuff's shareable. This guy's a great guy. Very intelligent, open-minded guy. All these tools are scientific experiments to study human beings so they can predict our actions and reactions. Exactly. AI, all the algorithms that they're getting through what we're sharing on YouTube and Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and what other platforms, WhatsApp. AI gathers all of this, stores it, and they can see how humanity in general are behaving and thinking. And that can then dictate the future, and they know what's going to trigger us. What's going to trigger us? It's all psychological, guys. I've told you they've mastered it. They've mastered psychology through MK Ultra, Monarch Mind Control, all the stuff I've talked about before. So yeah, I just wish there was a balance. If everything had balance, life would be beautiful. But there's not a lot of balance in this world. We live in a very extreme world, as of now anyway. Spiritual has ritual at the end of the word. That's a great spot, but it also has the word spirit in it. Like a ritual, guys. Why do we always emphasize the word ritual with negativity as well? Like, what's the exact definition of ritual? A ritual is a sequence of activities involving gestures, words, actions, or objects performed according to a set sequence. Rituals may be prescribed by the traditions of a community, including a religious community. So I've said this before, a ritual is not always negative. We don't always have to have a negative connotation to the word ritual. When we think about ritual, we think about ritual sacrifice, don't we? People getting murdered. But there's lots of positive rituals. Like Day of the Dead, that's celebrated in Mexico, Dia de Muertos. That's a big ritual, but it's celebrating the life of somebody who's dead. That's what it should be. And you communicate with them because they believe the spiritual being. Again, there's a reason why I'm in Mexico. I just love the energy here. I'm meant to be here, to be honest. I'm hungry and want a Chicago hot dog, but mostly fantastic. Chicago hot dogs are amazing, aren't they? Hot dogs in general I love, but I avoid the mustard. But oh, those caramelized onions, Lady Hawk. Bit of ketchup, a little bit of mayonnaise, a soft bun, maybe a bit of relish. And when I have a hot dog, guys, I have a bottle of water with it. It goes down nice with a bottle of water. I know a lot of people with hot dogs have a Coke and stuff. I don't do that. It's funny, I've got 42 in the live. And the New York Knicks, yesterday got their 42nd loss of the season, exactly 42 years after the Georgia Guidestones opened. What a joke, eh? That riddle was pretty strong because it was connected to the Georgia Guidestones, it was connected to Skull and Bones and Kobe Bryant, because all those three things are connected. They're connected. These secret societies, guys, I'm doing all I can to make sure they're not secret anymore. Reveal what they do, who's members of them. So they tell you through symbolism, don't they? Self-appointed elite, yeah, but we've allowed them to be elite. And like I said, elite means they're above us, and they are above us in this food chain in regards to society. They're at the top of the pyramid. So I know elite, like I said, means they're better. They're not better. Here, to me, they're here. They're nothing. They're nobodies. I feel sorry for the elite who have all this money and wealth and knowledge. I feel actually sorry for them. I think they're disgraceful spiritual beings. But they have a lot of power over us if you allow them to have it. It's why I say you can't give too much respect and power to these people, because energetically they receive that energy without you being aware of it. So don't live in fear. Don't give them too much respect. So many people tell me we're screwed, we're fucked, there's nothing we can do. They own everything. Yeah, they want you to feel like that. They want you to feel like there's nothing you can do. Oh my God. This reality, guys, is all about consciousness. It is. And if the majority of us woke up, saw through the bullshit, because it's laughable at this point how blatant it all is now. Whether it's the virus, the war, politics, pro sports, celebrity deaths, whatever it is, it's become so painfully obvious that there's a group of people at the top running the show, and there have been for centuries. And when you learn gematria and symbolism and numerology and just find time in your day to connect the dots, you see it all. And if more people saw it, imagine half the world saw it, 20% saw it. We won't be playing along. There'd be nobody wearing a mask. No one, not one person would be doing it. And I think literally the best way is to get rid of your TVs. I think it's probably the best advice I can give you at this point. It's the biggest mind control device ever created, the television. But how many people are going to get rid of it? I may be the only person I know who doesn't own a TV anymore. I might be the only person that I know. You may know of other people that I know. People with 4 or 5 TVs in the house. One in every room. Some even have them in the freaking kitchen, where you're supposed to just cook and relax. But no, they put a TV show on as well in the background to indoctrinate me without even realizing. That's the problem. A lot of people are getting indoctrinated in this world and they're unaware of it. When you become aware of how indoctrination works, how mind control works, how marketing works, you just laugh at it. But if you're oblivious to it, people take advantage of people who are oblivious to things. People take advantage of people who have a lack of knowledge of things. When you increase your knowledge, it's a lot harder. Like, I don't know who's going to ever take advantage of me at this point. Maybe somebody will. I don't see it because I feel like I can smell bullshit. I can see it. I can feel it energetically, and I'll call it out. But that again it's working on your spirit. I'll do a video on how I work on mine. People always ask, how do you build your spirit? It might be different for each person. Okay, but for me, I'll tell you how I work on mine in a separate live. This realm is fake. It's a copy of the original. I've heard that. Again, if it is a copy and it's fake and we are spirits, then we're not going to be here that long, are we? There's different realms and dimensions, guys. Don't get too attached to anything in this realm because it is fake. The only thing that isn't fake is your spirit and the connections that you get with other people. Genuine connections, not when you pretend to like somebody or you're nice to somebody to get an advantage. Those genuine connections. Like, I just want to be around people that make me laugh, that make me smile, that challenge me, that see the good in the world, that are not completely self-obsessed. I don't care if these people are 15 or 95. I don't care at this point. It's spirit. I'm not going to get trapped by the age stuff. the socioeconomic status, the race, the political, but I'm not going to get stuck and trapped into that. I'm just going to feel the energy and be around them. Simple as that. Good morning, are you awake? That's so funny. When I get where I'm going, I'll only be happy tears. Don't cry for me down here. Yeah, let's not get too down, guys. There's a lot of shit going on in the world, all by intention. The people are very desperate who've been running the show. Things are getting revealed. They can't stop it. They can't. And they'll limit stuff. Like I said, I really want to go to Europe in September. I've not been able to travel really for a couple of years. Last trip I went on was Colorado, went to Vail. And then ever since, you've got to take a stupid test. You've got to prove your vaccination status. They're going to try and bring in vaccine passports, which we shouldn't allow. Everyone in the world should be fighting that, not. But what happens is the majority of people get vaccinated, and then they're like, I'm fine with the vaccine passport. It doesn't affect me. I get mine. So they don't care. They're not thinking about what it's doing to humanity or what. Do you know what I mean? That's the issue with it. Even if you have been given this, you should be like, really? Do a vaccine passport to travel? What? It's scandalous. The fact that I am even questioning now, will I ever get back to England again, is scandalous and disgusting. But again, they want me to be angry and bitter and frustrated. I'll do my best not to be. They've already cancelled 3 of my flights. And one of them didn't even pay me my money back. So the company went out of business. So if I do go to Europe, I'm not booking it till like a few days before. But that's my goal. Learn your history, lad. Jan Niska was a God's warrior in the time of Jan Hus. Czech Reformation came long before Luther and his Templar aristocratic wife. I'm Glasgow guy, but amazing stuff. I didn't know that. Never heard of Jan Ziska, the God warrior. Now I have. Thank you. My brother, who's a cripple, says he's donating his body to science fiction when he dies. Really? Again, science fiction. How much of it is fiction? Practically everything they've shown us in sci-fi movies has become a reality. So again, fiction and the truth, like, I don't know, what even is sci-fi now at this point, in this world we're living in? Like, nothing shocks me. Trying to find myself a new internet provider since I'm one of the big companies and getting price gouged. Yeah, they're going to start increasing the price of everything. Internet, electricity, water, which we should never pay for anyway. Gas, for sure. That's the whole bullshit with Russia. Because the US got a lot of its gas from Russia, so now they're going to have to increase the prices because they want electric cars. All in the name of climate change. And I've said this, they want electric cars, so at any point they can turn off your car if you're not playing along with the system. And again, screw the cars. I'll walk. That's what people used to do. Get myself a horse, baby. Get myself a horse. I'm just not consenting anymore. Oh, that's another thing I really wanted to discuss. Guys, this is for my wrist. This is a thing that I wanted to discuss. This world is about consent. Oh, my word, if the majority stopped consenting, what would they do? Arrest all of us? Put us all in a giant prison? No, they wouldn't. They won't be able to. There's 99% of us and 1% of them. If we only knew that, the power that we have, like in my dream, the power that we have to them is unmatched. Unmatched. You put 11 of the best footballers on a field against the whole world, we'd beat them. They won't have any space. We'd just knock them down. We'd beat them, even though they're more talented and they have access to this, that, and the other. So let's just stop consenting to bullshit. Stop consenting to this system. And it's hard to, you can't just wake up one morning and just escape it. I left my job in a school in the education system. I was like, oh shit, how am I going to make money now? I'm going to figure this out. But I left that. I slowly left that side of the system, the education system, as they call it. And I still love teaching. So what did I do? I started teaching people online, going to people's houses. Did more coaching, where I didn't have to follow a curriculum. So you can't just wake up and completely escape the system, this beast system that's been around for centuries. You can learn to just slowly master it. And if the majority of us just wasn't so consumed by money and fear, it wouldn't be that difficult to escape the system. Why don't people escape the system? It's the financial aspect, is it not? Is that not why you go to work and do a job that you hate? To pay off a house over 25 years, a mortgage, like morgue, like when people die. So let's stop consenting. Let's stop caring about what celebrities say when they're paid puppets who have to say what they're told to say, because if they don't, they lose their lucrative contracts. Let's stop listening to them. Let's stop caring about them. Let's stop watching their sports. Let's stop caring about Hollywood stars. Stop listening to politicians because they lie 99% of the time. So why listen to them? So yeah, stop consenting. Stupid insect. I always get these stupid insects on my live. I don't know what it is. Testing me. And they go for my eyes. Maybe it's the light next to me. The lamp. The Frank Lampard, who's a woman. I got some photos here of Lampard's husband, wife. I'm going to share them on my Patreon. Basically, Lampard's wife / husband has a penis. Look, that's a penis. That's Lampard's wife. Going to tell me that's a vagina? Not a chance. Not a chance. Pretty outrageous, isn't it? All right, what else we got in the comments? I won't do too long today. Like I said, I want to go for a walk. I just want to stretch my legs, and I want to go by the marina because there's lots of good energy there, and I want to see the sunset. Okay, let's have a go. Why is the majority of sports rituals connected to Kobe Bryant? Like, what's so special about that guy? So, John, I was on Kobe before anybody, I think, in regards to syncing him up with all sports. Some people might say it was Zach or other people. I think it was me who was on Kobe every single day in every code of every sport. Kobe Bryant is connected to Revelation in the Bible. It's connected to 666. It's connected to Revelation 11:3 and 3:11. Hence why his name is 113. And he made his NBA debut 11-3, and he was drafted round 1, pick 13. The National Basketball Association gets you 113. So he's connected to Revelation, just like Pope Francis. That's why Pope's connected to Kobe. Brady's connected to Revelation and the Church of Satan. So it's the numbers. Is Kobe a legit person? Was he a legit person? I don't know. Was he a god from a different realm? Maybe. Was he AI? Maybe. Was he possessed by a demon? Maybe. Was he God-given? Did God create him all by the numbers so that he could get 66.6% of the Lakers' points in his 666 game? I don't know. I doubt it. But he is synced up. And again, he died 126. And that's massively connected to the Bible with Revelation. And obviously the 26 is really big in regards to God being 26 in gematria, and the alphabet in 26 letters. There's so many things with 26, but Revelation 126, verse 126, it says this. So Kobe and Gianna died 126. Then God said, let us make mankind in our image, in our likeness, so that they may rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky, over the livestock and all the wild animals, and over all the creatures that move along the ground. So Kobe died 126. And I'm trying to say that whole verse in the Bible, 126, is basically what they're doing with Agenda 21 and Agenda 30. These people playing God here, they want to have control and rule over the fish in the sea, the birds in the sky, over the livestock and wild animals. That's why they're going to tell you, you can't eat this. They're already saying they want us to be eating insects. They don't want us to eat meat, which I think we do need to eat. I believe we need that in our diet. I believe veganism. I don't judge people who do it. But again, in the 80s, the 90s, you had Arnold Schwarzenegger saying, you need protein to get big and healthy. And now he's a vegan. Now he's pushing the opposite. What's changed? The science has just dramatically changed? Or is he just pushing an agenda now that he's being told to push? We need meat in our diet, in my opinion. Yes, it's all beautiful. Don't eat animals and all of that. I get the emotional aspect, but again, the elite always play on your emotions. They always have played on our emotions. So yeah, Kobe is so connected to everything because he's connected to Revelation, and Revelation is playing out right now. That's why so many things are being revealed to the average person like myself. So I think that's why Kobe's connected. Kobe's connected to the Queen as well, who's going to die this year. Every day I find more and more things that tell me she's dying at 96. It's why yesterday the Hawks at one point were getting murdered by the Knicks. Then they brought it back to, they kept the Knicks on 99 points forever. Because Prince Philip died at 99 on the 99th day of the year. And then I looked at my phone, so I don't watch the games anymore. It's like 99-96. So Philip died at 99 on the 99th day of the year, and I think Elizabeth dies at 96. And they had the score 99-96. 3 points in it. This was during the game. That's not what it ended. And they both, and Elizabeth got vaccinated 3 times, still got COVID. And I said, I didn't know lizards could get COVID because she's a lizard. Queen Elizabeth, lizard, whatever he, she, it is, I don't know. God bless you, Chigozi. God bless you, mate. Nothing but love for this guy. How one day I get to meet him face to face, because the energy would be electrifying, like they say. Grease lightning, baby. It'd be electrifying. I got chills, they're multiplying. And John Travolta's an invert. Definitely an invert, John Travolta. Just look at his hips. And his face, what's going on with his face? I've noticed with a lot of these inverts, these transgenders, they look all right when they're younger, and as they start getting older, why do you think they all get plastic surgery? Because it all starts getting revealed that they're actually the opposite sex. Have you noticed that? All these women become way more masculine, or vice versa. Kobe was an actor, very possible. Miles Garrett is Kobe, I have said that. You'll ever notice how much Jonathan Price looks like the Pope? I've never noticed that. 126 is insane, bro. Wait till you see what I got. I'm excited, mate. I'm excited. And what's 1 + 2 + 6? It's 9, the number of completion. Isn't it? 9's the number of completion. It's the last single digit number. 9 is used 49 times in the Bible. Prince Philip died on 4/9, 99 years old on the 99th day of the year. Wild shit. Vegan for 14 years. I don't judge anybody, Christina, who's vegan. I think it's your decision what you put in your body. And it should always be your decision what you put in your body, including this. And you shouldn't be judged or restricted from doing things for what you want to put in your body, as long as you're not causing intentional harm to anybody else by doing it. So, again, there's a lot of positives to being vegan. I just think you shouldn't completely take meat out of your diet. And these people want that, all in the name of climate change. They want us to be eating cockroaches and stuff and enjoy it. They don't want us to own anything. That's what they said. You'll own nothing and you'll be happy. No, that's nonsense. It's a disgrace. And if they start saying, oh, we're going to give you universal income, you're all going to have enough money to be comfortable. I don't want to just be comfortable. I'm not having man tell me how to live my life anymore. Nobody will tell me how to live my life in this realm. I will walk my own path. It's that simple. It's that simple. And if I ever get to a point where I've walked the path and I run out of money, so be it. I'm just going to get more powerful. And then I don't fear things like that. I embrace things like that. And that's the biggest difference between me and a lot of people. I ain't scared of shit. Fear, is that the biggest control tool in the world? Is it money? Is it religion? Probably fear. It's probably fear, which is an illusion. Simple as that, in my opinion. The artist Prince is the clone of Michael Jackson. Somebody told me Prince is now playing the role of his sister. Remember, Prince died on the Queen's birthday. What are the chances of that? Queen's death will be announced 5/20. I said that about 2 months ago. We'll see if that does happen. I'd love to see what people in this community would say who've been doubting me. If she don't die on that date, she doesn't. But I think she will. Is it twin? Yeah. Wow. I'll look into the guy who looks like the Pope then. Prince is also the Joker, the god of war, Purple Prince. The prince always dies and is reincarnated. I think we all are reincarnated. But yeah, the Prince. That's why Prince probably had Purple Rain, his most iconic album. The guy who sang Purple Rain during the Super Bowl at halftime. It's the only time it's ever rained during a halftime Super Bowl show when he's singing Purple Rain. It's because they manipulate the weather. Yeah, I agree. The Queen probably died decades ago, the original one. There's a lot of people that saying the original characters wasn't as bad as we think they are, and then these entities possessed them. I've read all this weird shit, and again, I'm not pushing it on anyone, that the leaders of this world were genuine leaders that cared about the world. This is from what I've read. And then these demonic entities infiltrated them, got inside of them, or took them out, and then I don't know how they got inside the vessel. I don't know how it works, but it's all supernatural. That's why you've got to look in the eyes of these leaders. They have no souls. They don't have a soul, you can tell. You can always tell by looking in someone's eyes. They're possessed by demons. Prince is also the tiger. That's interesting. One of my sisters is a raw vegan, nothing cooked. She makes a killer raw apple pie. Oh, don't talk about apple pie, Lady Hawk, when I'm hungry. You know I love apple pies. You've killed me there. No, again, eat whatever you want. Like, I like to eat salad, a lot of fruit. I had my berries today. I went for breakfast this morning. I went for omelette, potatoes, peppers, and an orange juice. But my omelette had sausage in it. So it had some protein. And lots of tortillas, a lot of tortillas. How would you alleviate fear and anxieties? By seeing through bullshit, by realizing that you're never, ever, ever going to die. By realizing you don't need a lot in this world to be happy. Be around people that spread positivity, that bring you up, not bring you down. Be around people that make you laugh, because when you laugh, you're not anxious. There's a girl that I know, I won't say her name, she knows who she is. She says she's a really anxious person. She doesn't like to talk. She rarely smiles. And when she's with me, she doesn't stop talking and all she does is smile. I said, then you need to hang out with me more. But unfortunately, she doesn't live in this country. Just came to visit. So yeah, be around the people that inspire you. That if you're watching avoid the media that install fear in you every single day, whether you realize it or not. Don't go to medication. Don't do that. Try and get sunlight if you can. Depends where you live. Do more exercise. That will help you. Learn, acquire knowledge, find things that interest you to take your mind off being anxious. When you're doing something that's interesting, that's inspiring you, you don't have time to think about being anxious because you're focusing on what's inspiring you. If you just sat around at home doing nothing, worrying about your job and can you pay the bills and the world's going to end, and what about World War, and what about famine, and what if they do this to us, and you live with the what ifs, you're going to be constantly anxious. And that's what they want. They want you on a low frequency. So there's 1,000,001 things you can do to decrease your anxiety levels without resorting to medication like a lot of people. My birthday is April the 14th. So this will be the first time, guys, in my life where I'm going to be celebrating my birthday by myself, I think. I'm sure I could call some friends up. I told you I was born on my dad's birthday. So growing up in England, I would always go for dinner with my dad and my family. It was always amazing. We had our little favorite restaurant called The Connection. I would get a calzone, like the sparkler special. Came out with ice cream and like it was all lit up. I got all excited, even when I was an adult. Never get rid of your inner child. Please never get rid of your inner child. It's so powerful. It's so powerful. They always say, oh, you're so childish. Get rid of that inner child of yours. It's time to be serious now. No, it isn't. Find a balance with that as well. So I'm going to be turning 36, 666 to 36 try, April the 14th. What will I do on my birthday? It falls on a Thursday. I know I'm going to be very busy. I'm very busy on Thursdays. So I'll be coaching, teaching, and inspiring on my birthday, and maybe I'll treat myself to dinner or meet a few friends. Or maybe I'll just celebrate it over the weekend. But again, when it comes to birthdays, you should celebrate every day. Every day is a blessing. I don't need a big fuss that I'm turning 36. Like, I celebrate every single day. And when it comes to presents, it is nice when people give you presents, but there's nothing better than being given a present when you don't expect it. Hey, I got this because I was just thinking about you today. Really? Because people expect presents on their birthday. They expect presents on Christmas. They expect chocolates and flowers on Valentine's Day. Just do it randomly. Something I've got better at now. I just do what my soul and spirit tells me to do. I don't do things like, yeah, it's going to be my birthday. Great. Yippee-doo. Whatever. It's just another day for me, my birthday. Another day to acquire knowledge and share knowledge. Have you seen the opening ceremony of the Sochi Olympics? Now, I don't watch any TV, but I'm sure it's satanic. All plants are protein. Too much protein is pushed. Another marketing and fear technique. I agree. There's such thing as too much protein. Gonzaga's last loss in the tourney is 11 months and 19 days before the game tomorrow. Arkansas coach born 11-19. There is a good riddle for Gonzaga to lose, but there's also a great riddle for them to win the whole thing. They're probably the favourites, no? They're probably the favourites. Biden looks mentally fried. Which one? There's about 500 Bidens at this point. I know a lot of people don't believe in cloning, but there's got to be more than one Joe Biden looking at the images. There has to be. Sofa King hungry, water staves off hunger, going for water. Water's amazing when you're hungry. Sometimes you're not actually hungry. Are you aware of that? The majority of the time when you think you're hungry, you're actually thirsty. And all it needs is a glass of water. Glass of water, and you're good. You always think, I'm starving. You're not. You're probably just thirsty. Who's Coobs? Coobs has just got me hungry now. Coobs is a legend. He's in the chat, a close friend of mine. So there's a curry place near where I lived in England called Shimla Spice, arguably the best curry in the world that I've ever had. And it was about 10 minutes away from where my family lived. I actually went there for my birthday when I was in England. My last birthday in England, I went there. I'm all over Shimla Spice, mate. Garlic naan, onion badges, kebab, mango chutney. And you can bring your own booze to this place. They don't have a license to sell alcohol. It's something, I don't know, maybe it's to do with their religion. So you can bring your own alcohol there. Oh, poppadoms, mint sauce. Oh, mate. It's making me want to go to England. Coobs, you should try get there in September when I'll be there. Have some great banter. I can't come to LA, as you know, because I'm not vaccinated, which is a disgrace. Christine said she's always going to be a child at heart and enjoy life, play and laugh every single day. Beautiful. Like the Joker said, why so serious? There's times where you have to be serious and emotional, but I'm very childish, but I know when to be mature and serious. But I connect with so many people, especially younger people, because I am a kid at heart and I always want to be. I was having a chat with somebody. I was like, do you think I'm ever going to stop being a kid, like at heart? I said, no, you won't. I was like, I hope not. And I feel like my mum and dad are like that. My mum, who is absolutely hilarious. There was one Christmas when I was in England, and it was obviously very cold. And we were having a nice dinner, and we'd had a few drinks. She was on the wine. She's so funny, my mum, especially when she starts laughing. And she drew a penis on the window. She blew on it and drew a penis. She's like, she was in her 50s, and she laughed for about 40 minutes, just pointing to the penis. I was like, that's amazing. It's not even that funny. But because she laughed, the whole room didn't stop laughing, because my mum, who's usually very mature, drew a penis on the window. Brilliant stuff, mum. I know my mum, my dad, they don't watch my lives. They don't really know. I don't have any type of following. They're not into all of that. They obviously care about me, but they don't listen to my lives. My sister listens. My younger brother does. They like listening to my stuff. My good friends do, but my parents have no idea like who the illusion is. Space Cowboy doesn't celebrate holidays anymore. Nice. April the 14th, the birthday of respect. On your bright side, respectful, ambitious, disciplined. On your dark side, fussy, anxious, autocratic. Oh my God, that is me, solidified. That is me, mate. Wow. And I've called out, I was born 144. Jesuit orders 144, 1,000 phones and 40 minutes in a day. 144,000 angels came down, whatever it was. There's something with 144,000 Jehovah's Witnesses as well. So 144 is a massive number. And again, 1 + 4 + 4 gets you 9, which is that number of completion. Boris Johnson looks very similar to Jimmy Savile. Yeah, the guy who got knighted by the royal family. They know what's going on. Like, they knighted Jimmy Savile, even though he got accused of all sorts before he got knighted. And then it all came out after he died. Jimmy Savile was nothing but a wizard. I'm not going to say everything I want to say about him. I think if you know who Jimmy Savile is, I think he was from Leeds, close to where I grew up. I went to university there. And he was one sick human being. And he got knighted. I've told you, anyone who's been knighted is sick in the head. With the sir in front of the name, is sick in the head. It's simple. Boris Johnson's a female as well. Chikosi said there's more than one Biden. The ears are different. I've noticed the ears, the eyes. His hair, obviously, but people's hair changed. But the ears and the eyes give it away for me. Even his build. Sometimes he looks like he's in pretty good shape. Then he looks like he has an 8 in 25 years. Gonzaga, the favourites, and most likely heavily bet on team, followed by Arizona. Well, that could be dangerous then if Gonzaga are the heavy favourites. Because you saw what happened last year with them when they were heavy favourites. They got bummed by Baylor in the final in an Elgin Baylor ritual. I haven't really, if I'm being honest, I've rarely looked into NCAA. I was really on top of it last year. I did fantastic. But again, I code every day, some sports, but my energy is... I'd rather go live and talk about this stuff and give people a pick. Like I had the Hawks yesterday that hit. Most of my codes over the month. Well, I'll definitely hit more than I lose. Everyone knows that who follows me. But again, the human psyche is to remember the ones I lose. But I win way more. I get like... But I've not looked into NCAA. Last year was pretty easy, other than the final where a lot of people lost thousands of dollars on Gonzaga. Thankfully, I wasn't one of them. But I know a lot of people in the community got murdered by Gonzaga in that Jesuit ritual. Okay, the Sochi opening ceremony shows the takeover by the demon or whatever they are. Guys, there has to be at this point in this realm demonic entities. There has to be. Something's happened. There has to be. And I ain't scared of those motherfuckers. I'm not worried about them. I don't know who they are, how they got here, if a portal opened, if they're planning on staying here, completely taking over. But again, if they've come through a portal, then there's portals where we can go as well. So I'm just going to say, sometimes get out the popcorn, enjoy the show, but be aware of what's going on. Don't get too taken in by it. You can usually tell through social media the things where people are getting taken in by it, because they're all publishing the same bullshit on their Instagram. That just shows me, okay, they're falling for the propaganda. And that's pretty sad, but again, it's up to them. Urine is amazing stuff. I've read about urine. I don't know a lot of people. I've read about a lot of people who drink the urine and shower in it, all sorts of stuff. And it's really good for you. But again, it's probably dependent on how healthy you are. Just like semen, it's supposedly good for your skin if you rub it on your face, but I don't think I'll ever try it. But yeah, I've read about urine being amazing in many ways. Okay, what else we got? Have I ever had a Monte Cristo sandwich? Never heard of it. But I see it's got the word Christ in it, so maybe it's a sacred sandwich. Never heard of it. Chigozi had a stream today. Somebody said, if you haven't subscribed to Chigozi, please do it. Chigozi Truth. Just subscribe to his page. I'm sure YouTube will probably get rid of you, but he just sits there and he just speaks truth in a very good way. What else we got? Okay, I watched a movie recently. People were piling into an elevator, and lady was late and the door was about to close. A black guy stopped the door and let her in and asked the floor she needed. What about Prince, who sang a song about dying in an elevator and then he was found dead in an elevator? Never died, did he, Prince? Or she? Definitely a she. What was he, like 5 foot, Prince? Little high heels, stupid outfits, stupid voice. Although it was a beautiful voice, I guess, but it wasn't a natural male voice, was it? At all. Same with Michael Jackson's. What do you think about Duke? Coach K is going for his 6th title. Space Cowboy, I could spend hours and figure it out. I've just not focused on NCAA. I know Duke have an amazing program. They should be there or thereabouts. But as far as I'm aware, I'll give him a plug here. As far as I'm aware, Zach Hubbard does great work on March Madness, as far as I'm aware. So if you're not a member of his Patreon, maybe check him out for this month. Because I think he really will look into March Madness, and the people in his community will look into it. Like, college ball, guys, is just as rigged as professional, if not more rigged, and probably easier to actually code. So maybe there's not as much money involved. Actually, there's a lot of money involved in March Madness. Vegas makes a ton. Because a lot of people bet with their emotion during March Madness. They will bet on their college that they attended or the college their friend attends. And they're not aware that it's rigged. It's so painfully rigged, NCAA. So I don't know about Duke. Coach K has 308 career losses while Duke is on 38 tournament wins. 38's a big number, so they'll probably stay on that. So they probably won't win the tournament. But I don't know. I'm not even going to guide you there. Chigozie is a dynamo. Yes, he is. Do you think Monty Abraham is a Mason? Oh, Monty Abraham is an absolute Mason. The Middlesbrough fan. The bold one. Yeah, he is. And he dismisses my work, which tells me that he's a Mason. Yeah, Monty Abraham for sure. It reminds me of Monty Burns from The Simpsons, who's also a Mason. How do you spell the truth page you recommended? Chigozie Truth. I'll type it. It's in the chat. It's in the live. Chigozie Truth. I think that's all you type in. I'm not aware. So like I said today, I didn't really talk much about sports. I'm talking about my dream. I have a dream, and it's not a communist bullshit dream. It's not a scripted dream like MLK's. This is real. You are more powerful than you will ever know. You all are. That's why I'm live today. It's what I wanted to talk about. And my God, we are powerful. I think when you realize how powerful you are, you don't live in fear. The more powerful you become. And I'm not talking about powerful in the gym and how much you can lift, bro. How financially powerful you are. I'm talking about spiritual, conscious levels, how powerful you are. Oh man, I wanna experience more and more people just become aware of consciousness. I'm hoping my book will help people become aware of it and how amazing and sacred it is. That's what I want from my book. I don't want it published. I don't want to do tour the world doing book tours. I don't want to do any of that shit. I want people to read that book and be like, oh, geez, wow. There is more to this world than I thought. Because so much of my life, man, I just lived in ignorance, man. Complete, utter ignorance. Because I was content with my life. And they intentionally allow the majority of the West to be content with their life. Because if you're content, you don't go searching for things more often than not. That's why they allow a lot of us to be content and middle class. So you're comfortable being comfortable, but I ain't comfortable being comfortable now. I want to be uncomfortable. That's why I sit on this shitty ass chair. Still need to buy that chair. I'm doing that this weekend, even though I said last weekend I'd do it. You know what? I might even go tonight. No, I want to chill by the marina, don't I, baby? Chill by the marina. My God, my phone is going insane. I'll do 5 more minutes, guys, because let me check what time the sunset is. 17:02 my time, guys. Michael Jordan's birthday. Let's have a look. Oh, it's 6:30. It's at 6:30. It's only 81 degrees. And yesterday was the 81st day of the year. Skull and bones, baby. Kobe Bean Bryant, 81. His highest scoring game, 81. 9 times 9 gets you 81. California founded 9-9. Just keep an eye. Like I said, the Lakers can get their 253rd home win. Not 253rd, 523rd home win against Philly. No, God, I don't even know what I'm saying. The Lakers can get the 523rd home win versus the East today, which is the 99th prime. And California was founded 9-9. The game's in California. That'll be very interesting. I'll show you how rigged the whole league is if Lakers somehow win that. March Madness and college football are huge money makers. Yeah. One of the beautiful things about March Madness is a lot of dogs pay. You can get plus 800 teams win. It's very rare in the NBA, but it happens quite often in NCAA, for sure. I'll definitely decode the final. I'll be excited to decode the final. I'll nail the final, I think. I'm not going to say I definitely will, but I'll look into the final. Maybe the semi-finals I'll look into. Vegas went 53 months without the public having a winning month. Yeah, again, because most people are not aware of how professional sports work, that they're corrupt, that they're coded. They just go off the belief in the players. And that's not how it works. That's why, especially in the NBA, 3 top stars can be out. And then they're like plus 500 to win and somehow win against the top team. It's just outrageous. There's so many traps in gambling. It's just trying to figure them out. I like when I decode a game and the odds are very similar and nothing changes in the market. That's when I pretty much win every time. But when I'm like, a team's like plus 100 to win, and then you look the day after and they're now minus 300, and I got them the night before at plus 100, I'm like, oh shit, this could be Trap City here. Because everyone's going to hammer them at minus 300 thinking it's a gimme, and then they get beat. Again, just what happened with Miami Heat against Philly. They were plus 100, went down to like minus 264 and got beat. What a trap. Probably destroyed everybody's parlay who thought it was a gimmick. No Embiid. No Harden. Miami top of the conference. They have to win. It's done. It's not how it works. That's why Vegas wins. Whose colours are blue and yellow in CBB? That's who will win. Good call. I don't know. UCLA. They wear yellow and blue. Maybe they win. That connect to Kobe as well. Are UCLA still in the tournament? They wear yellow and blue. So maybe, again, I don't know if they're still in it. Michigan. Sending tons of love from Pennsylvania. Thank you. Much love back to you as well. Because energy can be spread. May saying that will spread that. You can feel it. I can feel your love, Christine. The Bible accounts say that when the shadows of the disciples fell on people, they were healed. Greater works than Christ is in us. Christ is consciousness, and consciousness is within us. And we need to be conscious of the fact that consciousness is within us. Why did we never learn about consciousness at school? When that's what we are, walking, talking consciousness. Why did we never get taught it? Because the Rockefellers infiltrated the education system in 1903. I bet we were aware of consciousness before education. You just knew. The universe spoke to you like it is to me now. I appreciate you, Space Cowboy. Thank you for appreciating me. 3-1-12 versus 2-1-3. Again, they both get you to 6 in numerology. That's the biggest similarity. Jorge Mario Bergoglio's 3-1-2 became the Pope 2013, like 2-1-3. Super Bowl 56 on 2-1-3. Society of Jesus 56 and Pope. Lakers played Cavs on 3-2-1 because of the Super Bowl. Ohio versus LA, and James' birthday is 12/30. Yeah. Lakers became 31-41. 31 the 11th prime, 41 the 13th, 11 and 13, huge numbers. 11 plus 13 gets you 24, like Kobe's number. But there was a possibility of LeBron getting shamed. Lakers getting their 42nd loss. LeBron James, 42. It's a black shaming number. It was the day before the 42-year anniversary of the Georgia Guidestones being founded. Lakers gets you 42. Lakers last won the NBA in 2020. They won that 4-2, beating Miami. So that game was tough. And I've got to this point now with the Lakers, just don't look into their games. They're the most double-coded team in the universe. And the record's pretty much just below 500, 50-50. So when you think the Lakers are going to win, they lose. And when you think they're going to lose, they win. I would stay far away from Los Angeles Lakers games unless they scrape into the playoffs, which they probably will. They'll go on a late run. But they'll just scrape in. Like it looks like the Nets are just going to scrape in. Use the energy that you would use on gambling to help someone instead. That's what I've tried to do, Indoctrinated. I quit gambling, not just for myself, for my community. Because a lot of the time I was coding, thinking about myself. how much money I'm going to win. And sometimes I was clouded with my judgments. I don't gamble now. I don't watch professional sports. I don't judge people who do it. I try and tell people to stop watching it if they're going to gamble. And I say, if you gamble, don't gamble a lot. Hence the word gamble. You're taking a risk. So you better be prepared to get screwed over every now and again. A gamble is a risk. Practically everything we do is a risk, I guess. But just be smart with gambling and don't watch it. You see what they do. They screw you. That's why there's so many late winners in all these sports. Overtimes, all of that to take energy. And when I started studying energy, that's when I gave up on the gambling side of it. I make enough money now through my freaking 6 jobs that I don't need an extra grand a month and take minutes or years off my life through gambling. I keep an eye on the scores for my community. I care about my community winning. I know we're in a difficult financial situation. I know there's people who've supported me on Patreon that have left me because they literally can't afford the $10. I don't judge them for that. That's probably because they lost a shit ton of money gambling. But that's their decision, that's their story, that's their journey. McGregor arrested for driving recklessly today in his Bentley Continental GT 303, and it happens when he's 33. Conor McGregor, well, they are talking about self-driving cars, and Conor McGregor's AI, in my opinion, at this point. I think Conor McGregor's artificial intelligence. I've seen him malfunction so many times. It's just a character they've created. He probably was an original person. LeBron really dropped 38 in back-to-back games. It's what they do. 38 is a big death number. Yeah, they can do what they want with LeBron. If they wanted him to get 50 points every night, they could, and nobody would question it because he's the GOAT. Don't question the fact that he's 37, still running up and down the court like he's 17. No, don't question that. I don't question that. Because they've got blind faith in humanity, which is dangerous. When you have blind faith in something, it's dangerous. The final score was 131-120, yeah. Which is 251 points, the 54th prime. Kobe Bean Bryant's 54 and Gianna Bryant's 54. That's why it ended with 251 points. The 131's the championship number. It's the 32nd prime, connected to the Society of Jesus. And they won by 11. How many games get decided by 11 recently? That master number. All right, a few more minutes, guys. The eyes are hurting. Kevin Love gives LeBron James a sleeper hold. 1-3-1, like the Lakers' final score. And LeBron dunked on Kevin Love, and they won a ring together at Cleveland. Do you know that LeBron won the NBA in 2016 with his hometown Cleveland Cavs, the year Kobe Bryant retired? And do you know there's 6 years, 130 days between their birthdays? Dates. 613 is the 112th prime. And the Jesuits operate in 112 nations. And both LeBron and Kobe were drafted 26-6. And Pope Francis is the 266th Pope. And I believe he'll be the last ever Pope, which I'm hoping is a beautiful thing for humanity. If there's no more popes. So they're all Luciferians and Masons. And I don't know about Jesuits to say he's the first openly Jesuit, but they always use the word openly. He's the first openly Jesuit. He's the first one to admit that he's a Jesuit, basically. Why they always have to, why they never say he's the first Jesuit Pope. They always say he's the first openly Jesuit, the first one to admit that he's the Pope, in essence, is what they're telling you there. I'm going to get my book done, man. I'm going to get it done. I think that'll take a bit of stress off my shoulders. Just get that out there. I'm going to get that done hard. I'm going to work hard on it, baby. I am. The book, The Question Behind the Question, has a chapter titled, Don't Blame the Ref. It's about convincing the decision makers of your worth. If I read it now, I better see it differently. Yeah, again, if you read certain books, you'll see it differently. If you watch certain movies, you'll see them from a different perspective, because life's all about perspective. Reality is perception. And the more you grow, the more you evolve, the more you see things differently. And people judge you for that. Wait, you used to say this and you used to believe this. Like, yeah, but I've grown now. I've outgrown those beliefs. And it's not a bad thing. A lot of people want you to stay here. And if you ever like make any slight change, whether it's your spirituality, your appearance, your job, the way you see the world, people judge you as if it's a bad thing when it's a glorious thing. It's glorious, guys. When you grow in, you just grow in. You're growing, personal growth. People scared of it. People are scared of anything that's sacred. The word sacred is an anagram of scared. People are scared of anything that is sacred. I embrace things that are sacred. I embrace things that are basically a little bit out there, that scare a lot of people. I embrace them. Bring it on. This is beautiful. This is things I never thought I would even consider. And I guess one day, maybe I'll figure out what's real and what's not real, or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just find my own truth and inspire people along the way. Have a good night, Christine. Mate, go have a nice chair for your streams. Hate to see your back hurting. Yeah. Yep, it's not good, is it? Maybe when I go to the marina, I'll just walk. I'll do some stretches. I might even jog. My ankle's a bit better now. I think I'm going to go for a beautiful jog around the marina. Look how excited I am to go for a jog. It's ridiculous. I'll probably walk to the marina and then jog around it. And then I'll maybe go get some food. I've been eating out a lot recently. Good food, healthy food, but I don't have anyone cooking for me or anything. I don't want to hire somebody to do it. I'm not that big time. Walk the middle path. Beautiful. Yep, too many people go through the life picking left or right, and when you do that, you never go forwards. So go, take that middle path. I like that. Very nice. People are scared to be uncomfortable. Yes, they're comfortable being comfortable, the truth. And there's nothing wrong with being comfortable, but sometimes you've got to leave your comfort zone. You know what I mean? Sorry for scaring your dog, Dr. Dre, which is so funny. I can't believe Dr. Dre's in the live stream. 56-year-old Dr. Dre who headlined Super Bowl 56. Any good boat names at the marina? I'll take a look, Lady Hawk, and I'll maybe do a post. I'll take some photos. I thank you for appreciating my work. It means a lot. Again, it doesn't feed my ego. It just feeds my soul when you tell me things like that. It gives me just more fire inside me to do what I do and get better. And hopefully I inspire you to get better. That's what the whole point of this journey is, to grow and help others grow. I'm going to go. Thanks for everything. I'm going to try and enjoy my evening. Oh God, I got a new one of these, and this one's getting damaged now as well. They're expensive, these bad boys. The other day I did a live stream and this got broken. I had to buy another one. Giving Steve Jobs, aka John Lennon, my money. Pisses me off. But hey, still use this computer to bring those scumbags down, don't I? All right, take care. I'm going to finish my water. As usual, I'm going to down it. So I know it's a small glass. Oh, man, that water when it just goes down here and it's just ice cold, baby. It's just glorious. Oh, man, that's frankly amazing stuff. All right, guys. Goodbye, Anna. Anna, I was talking about you. Anna's a legend. We're super connected. She makes me laugh. I make her laugh. She's an amazing person. Nothing but love for Anna. Her last name's Alegría, which is joy in Spanish, joy and love. So it says it all, really. Her first name's Anna, which is a palindrome, spelled the same forwards and backwards. Well, thank you for checking out, Anna. I'm about to go to the marina. You know where that is because you've been where I live. Bye, Lady Hawk. Take care. I'll let you know some of the names of the boats. Some beautiful boats there. Real, genuinely beautiful boats. Much love, Anna. Thank you. Look up turpentine and the benefits of Dr. Daniels. Okay. Let me type that in before I go then. Turpentine. I've never heard of that. Is this like a herb or something? It's an oil. Okay, I'll look deep into this and see the benefits of it. And then if it's really interesting, I'll share it with other people. Okay, I'm going. So otherwise, I'll talk forever. Take care. Much love. Look after yourself. Inspire other people and inspire yourself. Take care. Speak to you soon. Maybe this weekend. Much love, everybody. Adios.